Hey there, friends. Get ready, because I've got a super cool story for you today. Imagine a bright, sunny afternoon in a little town. The birds are chirping, the sky is blue, and everything feels nice and calm. That's where we meet Jake Miller. Jake's just a regular guy, trying to have a chill day off. He doesn't talk a lot. He's quiet, like, really quiet. He doesn't bug anyone or cause trouble. Most people in town walk right past him. They don't even look twice. To them, Jake's just there. Nothing special. But here's the thing, they're wrong. Totally wrong. There's something about Jake they don't know yet. Something huge. Something so big it's going to flip this boring day into a wild adventure. Want to know what it is? Stick with me, because it's coming soon. So, Jake's just hanging out, minding his own business. Maybe he's sitting on a bench, eating a sandwich. Or maybe he's leaning against his old truck, sipping a soda. His truck's not fancy, it's kind of beat up, with scratches and a little rust. But Jake likes it. It's his. He doesn't care what anyone thinks. And trust me, people don't think much of it or him. They see his messy hair, his plain clothes, and they figure he's nobody important. Big mistake. Oh man, they have no idea what's hiding behind that quiet smile of his. It's like a secret treasure chest, waiting to pop open. Have you ever had a secret that nobody guessed? That's Jake right now. He's got something up his sleeve, and it's about to change everything. Now, before we go any further, let's talk to you for a second. Yeah, you the awesome person reading this. I've got a question. Have you ever met someone who judged you before they even knew you? Like, they looked at you and decided you're this or that, without even saying hi? Maybe they thought you were shy, or not smart, or not cool when really, you're amazing. I bet that's happened to some of you. It stinks, right? Well, that's what's happening to Jake. People in this town see him and think, he's just some guy. They don't know the real Jake. They don't know what he's got cooking. And soon, someone's going to learn that lesson the hard way. Keep reading, because it's going to be so good. Let's set the scene a little more. This town's small, like, tiny. Everyone knows everyone. There's a little store on the corner where people buy snacks. There's a gas station where old guys sit and chat. And there's a parking lot near the park, where Jake's truck is sitting right now. It's a normal day. Kids are riding bikes. Dogs are barking. Nothing crazy is happening. Jake's just relaxing, enjoying the sunshine. He's not loud or flashy. He doesn't wave his arms or yell to get attention. Nope. He's the kind of guy who blends in like a shadow. But shadows can hide big surprises, can't they? Oh yeah, they sure can. And Jake's surprise? It's a whopper. It's the kind of thing that makes your eyes go wide and your mouth say, no way. So, what's Jake doing right this minute? Let's say he's kicking back, looking at the clouds. His truck's parked nearby, just sitting there all quiet and rusty. He's not bothering a soul. He's happy to have a break from work, a day to do nothing. Maybe he's thinking about fishing or grabbing a burger later. Simple stuff. Normal stuff. That's Jake, simple and normal on the outside. But inside? Oh, there's a whole lot more going on. People walk by him in the parking lot. Some nod. Some don't even look. They're too busy with their own lives. They don't stop to wonder about him. They don't ask, hey, who's that guy really? Nope. They just keep going. And that's fine with Jake. He doesn't need them to notice, yet. Here's where it gets fun. This day's about to stop being normal. Something's coming. Someone's coming. And that someone's going to mess with Jake in a big way. They're going to look at him, at his old truck, at his quiet way, and think they've got him all figured out. They'll think he's weak or easy to push around. Ha! Wrong move, buddy. Jake's not the kind of guy who fights back with fists or loud words. Nope. He's smarter than that. He's got a trick ready, a trick so cool it's going to flip the story upside down. Can you feel it? The excitement's building. Something big is on the way, and Jake's at the center of it. Let me ask you again, have you ever been judged like that? Maybe at school, someone thought you couldn't run fast because you're small. Or maybe they thought you're not good at math because you're quiet. But then bam, you proved them wrong. You ran the fastest or aced that test. That's the best feeling, right? Showing people they were wrong about you. Well, Jake's about to do that. He's about to take this sunny, sleepy day and turn it into something nobody saw coming. And the person who's going to get surprised the most? They're walking into the story any second now. They're loud. They're bossy. And they're about to pick the wrong guy to mess with. So, picture Jake one more time. He's there by his truck, maybe tossing an empty soda can into the trash. The sun's shining. The air's warm. Everything's peaceful. He's got no clue what's about to happen, but he's ready. Deep down, he's always ready. That's the thing about Jake. He doesn't show off. He doesn't brag. He just waits. And when the time's right, he strikes like a ninja or a superhero in disguise. Cool, huh? You're going to love this. I promise. This quiet guy, this rusty truck, this little town, it's all about to explode with awesomeness. Stick around, because Jake's going to teach someone a lesson they'll never forget. Who's it going to be? What's his big secret? You'll find out soon. Let's keep going. Okay, friends, here we go. The story's about to heat up. Say hello to Karen. Oh boy, Karen's the kind of person you notice right away, and not in a good way. She's loud. She's bossy. She walks around like she's the queen of everything. You know that type, right? The kind of person who thinks they're better than everyone else? That's Karen. And today, she's stomping through the parking lot like she owns it. Her shoes clack on the ground. Her voice is big and sharp. Everyone can hear her coming from a mile away. She's mad, really mad. And guess what's got her all worked up? Jake's old pickup truck. So, there's Jake, just chilling by his truck. It's parked in the parking lot near the park. It's not a fancy truck. It's scratched up, a little rusty, and kind of old. But it's Jake's, and he likes it just fine. He's leaning against it, maybe sipping a soda or looking at the sky. He's not hurting anyone. He's not in anyone's way. But Karen? She doesn't see it that way. Nope. To her, that truck is in her spot. Her special spot. She thinks it's hers, even though it's just a regular parking lot with no names on it. Crazy, right? But that's Karen for you. She makes up rules in her head and expects everyone to follow them. Karen stops right in front of Jake's truck. Her hands are on her hips. Her face is all scrunched up like she just smelled something bad. She looks at the truck, then at Jake. Oh man, she's not happy. This junker's an eyesore, she yells. Her voice is so loud it echoes across the parking lot. Everyone hears it, people walking their dogs, kids on their bikes, even the guy at the gas station across the street. They all turn to look. An eyesore? That's a big word for something ugly. Karen thinks Jake's truck is ugly, and she wants everyone to know it. She points at it like it's the worst thing she's ever seen. Who parks this pile of junk here? She shouts. Then she looks at Jake. He's still leaning against his truck, cool as a cucumber. He doesn't move. He doesn't say a word. Karen glares at him like he's a piece of gum stuck to her shoe. She thinks he's nothing. Just some quiet guy with a beat-up truck. She snaps her fingers, snap, 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 right in his face. Hey, you, she barks. Move this thing right now, or I'm calling the tow truck. A tow truck? That's a big truck that comes and takes cars away. Karen wants Jake's truck gone, and she's not asking nicely. She's telling him what to do, like she's the boss of the world. But Jake? He doesn't budge. He doesn't yell back. He doesn't even frown. He just stands there, leaning on his truck, calm and steady. It's like Karen's loud voice doesn't scare him at all. Most people would get mad or nervous if someone yelled at them like that. Not Jake. He's different. He looks at Karen, and there's this little spark in his eye. It's small, but it's there. Like a tiny fire. Like he knows something she doesn't. What could it be? He's not arguing. He's not fighting. He's just watching her. Quietly. That's weird, right? Most people would say something back. But not Jake. He's got a secret, and it's making him smile just a little bit inside. Karen doesn't notice that spark. She's too busy being loud and mad. She pulls out her phone and starts waving it around. "I'm serious," she says. "I'm calling the tow people right now. This truck is outta here." She's acting like she's the queen of the parking lot, and Jake's truck is breaking all her rules. People are staring now. A lady with a dog stops to watch. A kid on a skateboard slows down. They're all wondering what's going to happen. Is Karen really going to tow Jake's truck? Will Jake fight back? Everyone's curious. It's like a little show in the parking lot, and Karen's the star, or so she thinks. But let's talk about Jake for a second. He's still so calm. It's almost funny how calm he is. Karen's yelling and snapping and waving her phone, and Jake's just standing there like it's no big deal. Why isn't he mad? Why isn't he scared? Most people would be. If someone said they'd tow my truck, I'd probably say, "Hey, hold on a minute." But Jake doesn't. He doesn't even blink. That spark in his eye, it's getting a tiny bit brighter. It's like he's waiting for something. Like he's got a plan. What do you think he's hiding? Is it something big? Something cool? Keep reading, because I promise it's going to be awesome. Karen keeps going. She's loud enough to wake up the whole town. "You think you can just park anywhere?" she snaps at Jake. "This is my spot. Move it, or you're done." She's so sure she's right. She thinks Jake's some nobody who'll just do what she says. She doesn't know him at all. She doesn't even try to know him. She sees his old truck, his quiet face, and decides he's not important. Big mistake, Karen. Judging people like that? It's never a good idea. You never know who someone really is until you talk to them. And Karen? She's not talking. She's yelling. She's bossing. She's missing the whole point. The air feels tense now. Like something's about to happen. The people watching are whispering to each other. "Who's that lady?" they say. "Why's she so mad?" And then they look at Jake. Why's he so quiet, they wonder. It's a mystery. Karen's making a big fuss, and Jake's acting like it's nothing. That little spark in his eye, it's like a clue. A hint. Something's coming, and it's going to be good. Karen thinks she's in charge, but Jake's not worried. Not one bit. He's got something up his sleeve, and she's walking right into it. What do you think it is? Any guesses? Hold on tight, because this story's about to get wild. Alright, friends, things are getting exciting now. Karen's on a roll, and she's not slowing down. She's like a tornado in the parking lot, spinning around and making noise. She's got her phone in her hand, and she's calling the towing company. Yep, she's serious about getting Jake's truck out of there. She's talking loud into the phone, saying stuff like, "There's this lazy guy with an ugly truck parked in my spot." She's mad, super mad. She keeps going, ranting about how Jake's truck is a piece of junk and how people like him shouldn't be allowed to park wherever they want. Wow, she's really worked up. Her voice is so loud it bounces off the buildings nearby. People around the parking lot are starting to notice. Heads pop up. Eyes peek out from windows. A lady in her house pulls back the curtain to see what's going on. Two kids on bikes stop riding and stare. Even an old man walking his little dog turns around to watch. They're all whispering to each other. "What's that lady yelling about?" one kid says. "Look at that guy by the truck, he's not even moving," says another. It's like a little show now, and everyone's curious. Karen's making a big fuss, and they want to see what happens next. It's fun to watch, right? Like when you see something wild at school and you just have to know how it ends. But Jake? Oh, Jake's the opposite of Karen. He's still standing there, cool and quiet. He's leaning against his old truck, watching her like she's a noisy bird flapping around. He doesn't say a word. Not one. While Karen's yelling and waving her arms, Jake just watches. Calm as can be. Then, super sneaky, he pulls out his phone. It's quick, like, so fast you might miss it if you blink. He taps a few buttons and sends a text. That's it? No big deal. He slips the phone back in his pocket and keeps standing there. What was that about? Who did he text? It's a mystery. Something's up, but Karen doesn't see it. She's too busy talking and talking. Here's the funny part, Karen's missing some big clues. She doesn't even notice them. Like, there's this little sticker on Jake's truck window. It's not huge, but it's there if you look close. It's a badge, a special sticker that means something important. But Karen? She's not looking close. She's too busy calling his truck ugly and trash. She doesn't see that badge at all. And there's more. Across the street, at the gas station, there's a guy pumping gas. He's watching the whole thing. When Jake sends that text, the gas station guy looks over and nods at him. Just a little nod, like they're friends or they share a secret. It's so sneaky. But Karen misses that too. She's too loud, too full of herself, to notice anything. Karen keeps going. I'm done with this, she yells into her phone. Get that tow truck here fast. This guy thinks he can just park wherever he wants. She's acting like Jake's the worst person ever. She points at him and his truck, her face all red and angry. Lazy people like you make me sick, she says. Ouch, that's mean. She's trying to make Jake feel small, like he's nothing. But Jake doesn't look small. He doesn't look mad or scared. He just stands there, that little spark still in his eye. It's like he's saying, go ahead, Karen. Keep talking. He's not worried. Not even a tiny bit. Why not? What's he got planned? It's making me so curious. The people watching are getting more interested now. The lady with the curtain whispers to her husband, she's really mad at that quiet guy. The kids on bikes giggle and point. The old man with the dog shakes his head, like he's seen this kind of thing before. They're all wondering the same thing, why's Jake so calm? Most people would yell back or run away if someone was calling a tow truck on them. But Jake's different. He's just standing there, like he's waiting for something fun to happen. And that text he sent? It's got to mean something. Who did he message? Is someone coming? Oh man, this is getting good. Karen's still on the phone, bossing the tow company around. Hurry up, she snaps. I want this junk gone in 10 minutes. She's so sure she's going to win. She thinks she's in charge, like she's the queen of the parking lot. She keeps glaring at Jake, waiting for him to move or say sorry or something. But he doesn't. He just leans there, arms crossed, watching her like she's a silly cartoon character. That little spark in his eye is growing. It's like he knows a joke, and Karen's the punchline. Ever seen someone so full of themselves they don't see what's right in front of them? That's Karen right now. She's digging a hole, a big, deep hole, and she doesn't even know it. Let's think about those clues again. That badge sticker on the truck, it's small, but it's shiny. It looks official, like something a policeman or a firefighter might have. But Karen's not looking at it. She's too busy yelling. And the gas station guy? He's still watching, and he's smiling a little now. He knows Jake. They've got some kind of secret between them. Maybe they're friends. Maybe they work together. Whatever it is, Karen's missing it. She's flapping her gums, that means talking a lot, and it's making her blind to the truth. She thinks she's so smart, but she's not paying attention. Big mistake, Karen. The air feels buzzy now. Something's building. The people watching can feel it too. The kids on bikes whisper, what's he gonna do? The old man with the dog tilts his head, like he's waiting for a surprise. Jake's calm face and that quick text, it's all adding up to something. Karen's loud and pushy, but Jake's got a plan. He's not scared of her tow truck threat. He's not scared of her mean words. He's just waiting, like a cat watching a mouse. What do you think he's hiding? Something cool, right? Maybe something awesome. Keep reading, because this hole Karen's digging? She's about to fall right into it. Oh, this is gonna be so good. Okay, friends, this is it, the big moment you've been waiting for. The parking lot is buzzing now. Everyone's eyes are wide, watching what's about to happen. Here comes the tow truck. Its tires crunch on the gravel as it rolls in, loud and slow. It's a big truck, painted yellow, with a hook on the back to grab cars. Karen called it, and she's so sure she's won. She's standing there, arms crossed, a big smirk on her face. That smirk says, I'm the boss, and I'm getting rid of this junk. She's ready to see Jake's old pickup truck dragged away. She thinks she's the queen of the parking lot, And this is her big victory. Oh boy, is she in for a surprise. The tow truck stops right by Jake's truck. The driver jumps out. He's a guy in a blue shirt with a cap pulled low. He looks at Jake's truck, scratching his head like he's confused. Then he looks at Jake, who's still leaning there, cool and calm. Sir, the driver says, his voice a little shaky, is this your ride? Jake doesn't rush. He nods real slow, like he's got all the time in the world. Yup, he says, simple as that. Just one word. He's not mad. He's not loud. He's just Jake. The driver rubs his neck, looking nervous. Something's up, but Karen doesn't care. She's too excited to win. Karen jumps in fast. Tow it already, she yells, pointing at the truck like it's a monster she wants gone. Her voice is sharp, and she's bouncing on her feet. She's so sure this is it. Jake's truck is toast, and she's the hero of her little story. She's glaring at Jake, waiting for him to look sad or scared. But Jake? He doesn't move. He doesn't frown. That little spark in his eye is still there, brighter now. The driver looks at Karen, then back at the truck. His face goes funny like, really pale. He's not happy. He points at the truck and says, "Ma'am, I can't tow that." His voice is quiet, but it's firm. He's serious. Karen's mad now, super mad. Her smirk falls off her face like it melted. "Why not?" she shouts. Her arms uncross, and her hands fly up in the air. She's fuming, like a volcano about to blow. She can't believe it. She called the tow truck. She's the boss. Why isn't this guy doing what she says? She stomps her foot and glares at the driver. "What do you mean you can't tow it? Do your job," she snaps. The driver shakes his head, looking more nervous. He's not budging. The crowd, those kids on bikes, the lady with the dog, the gas station guy, they're all watching. They're quiet now, holding their breath. Something big is coming. Can you feel it? And then it happens. Jake moves. He steps forward, nice and slow, like he's walking through a park. He's not in a hurry. He's not scared. He reaches into his pocket, his plain old jeans pocket, and pulls something out. It's small, but it shines in the sunlight. He holds it up high so everyone can see. It's a badge. A shiny, silver badge, like the kind police officers have. The crowd gasps loud, like a big O, all at once. Karen's eyes go wide. Jake looks right at her, his voice steady as a rock. "Because," he says, "this truck belongs to the sheriff. And that'd be me." Boom. There it is, the big secret. Jake's not just some quiet guy. He's the sheriff, the top police guy in town. The parking lot explodes with noise. The kids on bikes yell, "No way." The lady with the dog claps her hands. The gas station guy across the street laughs out loud. Everyone's shocked, everyone but Jake. He's still calm, holding that badge like it's no big deal. But it is a big deal. Karen's jaw drops so fast it's like it fell to the ground. Her mouth hangs open, and her face goes red, bright red, like a tomato. She can't talk. She can't yell. She's frozen, staring at Jake and that badge. She thought he was nobody. She thought his truck was junk. She thought she could boss him around. Nope. She was so wrong. Let's rewind a second. All this time, Karen's been loud and mean. She called Jake lazy. She called his truck ugly. She snapped her fingers and acted like she owned the world. And Jake? He just watched her, quiet and cool, with that little spark in his eye. Now we know why. He's the sheriff. That badge sticker on his truck. It's his. That text he sent? Maybe it was to his deputy or a friend, saying, "Get ready for a show." The gas station guy nodding? He probably knew Jake's the sheriff too. Karen missed it all. She was too busy yelling to see the truth. And now? She's stuck, looking silly in front of everyone. The tow truck driver steps back. "Sorry, ma'am," he says to Karen. "I can't tow the sheriff's truck." He's almost smiling now, like he's glad he doesn't have to fight Jake. Karen's still standing there, her hands shaking a little. But she stutters. She can't finish. There's nothing to say. She lost. Big time. The crowd's buzzing. He's the sheriff, one kid whispers. That's so cool, says another. They're all looking at Jake now, not Karen. He's the star of this show, and he didn't even have to yell to prove it. Jake puts the badge back in his pocket, nice and slow. He looks at Karen, not mad, just steady. Next time, he says, maybe ask before you call a tow truck. His voice is quiet but strong, like he means it. Karen's face gets even redder. She's embarrassed, super embarrassed. She thought she'd win, but nope. Jake's the winner here, and he didn't even break a sweat. The crowd's loving it. They're smiling, whispering, pointing. Karen's big plan? It's gone. Poof. Bet she didn't see that coming, huh? What do you think she's feeling right now? Mad? Shocked? Silly? Oh man, this is the best part yet. Alright, friends, here we are, the end of the wild ride. The parking lot is still buzzing after Jake's big reveal. Karen's standing there, her face as red as a ripe tomato. She looks like she wants to disappear. I didn't know, she squeaks, her voice all high and shaky. She's trying to explain, waving her hands around like that'll fix everything. She's embarrassed, super embarrassed, and she should be. She just found out Jake's the sheriff, and she's been yelling at him like he's nobody. But Jake? He's not buying her excuses. He doesn't even blink. He's calm, cool, and totally in charge. Jake turns to the tow truck driver. The guy's still standing there, looking relieved he didn't have to tow the sheriff's truck. Jake nods at him and says, "She wasted your time. Send her the bill." His voice is steady, like he's just talking about the weather. The driver's eyes light up, and he grins big. "Yes, sir," he says, nodding fast. "A bill? That means Karen has to pay money for calling the tow truck out here for no reason. Oh man, that's perfect. She thought she'd get Jake's truck towed, but now she's the one in trouble." The driver pulls out a little notepad, scribbling something down. He's happy, probably because he gets paid either way. Karen's jaw drops again. "What?" she squeaks, her voice even louder now. She's sputtering, like a car that won't start. I can't pay for that. This isn't fair." She's flailing her arms, trying to argue. But nobody's listening. The tow driver just keeps writing, and Jake? He's done with her. He doesn't argue back. He doesn't yell. He just turns around and walks to his truck, the one she called a junker. It's old and rusty, sure, but it's his, and it's the sheriff's truck. He opens the door, climbs in, and starts the engine. Vroom. He drives off, nice and slow, like nothing even happened. Cool as can be. That's Jake for you. The crowd's going wild now. The neighbors who were watching? They're laughing big, loud laughs that echo across the parking lot. The kids on bikes are giggling so hard they almost fall over. The lady with the dog is smiling, shaking her head like she can't believe it. The gas station guy across the street? He's clapping, cheering Jake on. Phones are out everywhere, click, click, click. People are recording the whole thing. "Did you see that?" one kid yells. "She got owned," says another. They're right, Karen's big plan blew up in her face, and now everyone's got it on video. This story's going to spread fast. Karen's still standing there, looking lost. Her face is redder than ever, and her hands are shaking. She's muttering to herself, "I didn't know. I didn't mean, but it's too late." The tow driver walks over and hands her a piece of paper. "Here's your bill, ma'am," he says, trying not to laugh. It's got a number on it, money she has to pay because she wasted his time. She stares at it, her eyes wide. "This is ridiculous," she snaps, but the driver just shrugs. "Take it up with the sheriff," he says, and then he hops back in his tow truck and drives away. Bye-bye. The crowd keeps laughing as Karen stomps her foot. She's mad, but she's stuck. She can't yell at Jake anymore, he's gone. She can't boss the tow guy, he's gone too. She's all alone with her big mistake. The kids on bikes start riding in circles around her, giggling. "Don't mess with the sheriff," one yells. "Yeah, lady, you picked the wrong guy," says another. The lady with the dog walks by and says, "Maybe next time, be nice." Everyone's talking about it now. Words spreading like wildfire, don't mess with Jake. He's not just some quiet guy, he's the law. Let's think about this for a second. Karen thought she was so smart. She saw Jake's old truck and his quiet ways and decided he was nobody. She yelled at him, snapped her fingers, called a tow truck, all because she thought she could push him around. But Jake? He didn't need to yell back. He didn't need to fight. He just waited, showed his badge, and bam, justice was served. Now Karen's the one who looks silly, and she's got a bill to pay. How's that for a turnaround? She started this day thinking she'd win, but Jake flipped it all around without even raising his voice. The parking lot's emptying out now. The kids ride off, still laughing. The lady with the dog heads home, smiling. The gas station guy goes back to work, probably telling everyone what he saw. And Karen? She's left standing there, holding that bill, muttering to herself. She's not the queen of the parking lot anymore. Nope. She's just a lady who messed with the wrong guy. The neighbors keep talking as they walk away. Jake's the sheriff, how cool is that, one says. I knew he was special, says another. They're all amazed. Jake's not just some guy with a rusty truck, he's the law, and he proved it. By the time Jake's truck disappears down the road, the story's already everywhere. People are texting their friends, you won't believe what happened. They're posting those videos online, Karen vs. Sheriff, guess who won? Word spreads fast in this little town. Don't mess with Jake. That's the lesson. He's quiet, sure, but he's strong. He's smart. He's the sheriff. And Karen? She's got a nice little towing fee to pay, maybe $50, maybe more. All because she couldn't be nice. All because she judged Jake before she knew him. Ouch. So there it is, justice served, nice and simple. Karen's mean words didn't win. Her bossy attitude didn't win. Jake did. He stayed calm, showed the truth, and let her fall into her own trap. The crowd loved it. The tow guy loved it. And now Karen's stuck with the bill. What a day. How's that for a happy ending? Jake drives off into the sunset, or at least down the street, and the town learns something new: quiet doesn't mean weak. Not when you're Jake, the sheriff. Okay, friends, we've made it to the end of this awesome story. Let's sit back and think about what happened. Here's the deal: sometimes the loudest people act like they're in charge of everything. You know who I mean, those people who yell and boss everyone around, like they own the world. Karen was like that. She was loud, pushy, and thought she could tell Jake what to do. She looked at his old truck, his plain clothes, and his quiet way, and decided he wasn't important. She judged him fast, too fast. She didn't even try to see who he really was. Big mistake. Because it's not always the loud ones who have the power. Sometimes, it's the quiet ones like Jake who hold the real strength. Think about it. Karen thought she ran the show. She marched into that parking lot like a queen, yelling about Jake's truck and snapping her fingers. She was sure she'd win. But Jake? He didn't need to yell. He didn't need to fight or make a big fuss. He stayed calm and quiet, like a superhero hiding his powers. And when the time was right, bam, he showed everyone the truth. He's the sheriff. The big boss of the town. Karen didn't see that coming, and neither did the crowd. It's like a secret weapon he kept in his pocket. The loud lady lost, and the quiet guy won. Cool, right? This story teaches us something big. People like Karen judge others by what they see on the outside. She saw Jake's rusty truck and thought, ugh, junk. She saw his plain clothes and thought, he's nobody. She heard his silence and thought, he's weak. But she was wrong, super wrong. Jake's truck might be old, but it's his. His clothes might be simple, but he likes them. And his silence. That's where his power hides. He didn't need to shout to prove he's strong. He just waited, showed his badge, and let the truth talk for him. That's real power, knowing who you are and not letting anyone push you down. So here's something for you to think about: what if someone tries to push you around? Maybe at school, a kid says you're not good at something because you're quiet. Or maybe someone laughs at your old shoes or your messy backpack. What do? You could yell back, sure. But what if you did it like Jake? Stay calm. Know you're awesome, even if they don't see it yet. Let the truth show them they're wrong. Maybe you're great at drawing, or you're super fast at running, or you're the best friend ever. You don't have to scream it, just show it when the time's right. That's what Jake did, and it worked. Have you ever had a moment like that? A time when you surprised everyone? Maybe you were quiet in class, and then you got the best grade on a test. Or maybe you didn't say much at recess, but then you scored the winning goal in kickball. Those moments feel good, don't they? It's like you're saying, hey, I'm more than you think. Jake had his moment in the parking lot, and it was epic. Karen's jaw dropped, the crowd cheered, and he drove off like a champ. You can have moments like that too. You don't need to be loud to be strong, just be you, and let the truth shine. Let's imagine something fun. Picture yourself in Jake's shoes. Someone's being mean, telling you what to do, acting like they're better than you. You could get mad and yell, but what if you stayed cool instead? What if you waited, smiled a little, and then showed them something amazing about you? Like, oh, you think I'm not cool? Watch this. And then you do something awesome, maybe you help someone, or you win a game, or you share a great idea. That's your badge, your secret power. You don't have to prove anything to mean people, just keep being you, and they'll see it eventually. Karen learned that the hard way. She judged Jake and ended up with a tow bill and a red face. She thought loud wins, but quiet won instead. Next time you see someone acting big and bossy, remember this story. They might think they're the star, but the quiet ones like Jake, like you, can steal the show. It's not about shouting or showing off. It's about knowing your worth. That means knowing you're special, even if nobody else sees it yet. Jake knew it. He didn't let Karen's mean words shake him. He stood tall, well, leaned tall, and let the truth do the work. So what do you think? Have you ever surprised someone who didn't expect it? Maybe you were super brave when everyone thought you'd be scared. Or maybe you were kind when someone was mean. Tell me about it in the comments, I'd love to hear your stories. Jake's story is all about that, being strong in your own way. And if you loved this tale, smash that like button. It's right there, waiting for you. Oh, and subscribe too, so you don't miss more fun stories like this. I've got lots more to share. Here's one last thing to take with you: you're awesome, even if you're quiet. You don't need to be loud to matter. People might judge you by your clothes, your stuff, or how much you talk, but that's their mistake. Like Jake, you've got your own power inside. Keep it close, use it when you need it, and watch the world be amazed. Karen never bothered to look deeper, and she lost. Don't be a Karen, be a Jake. Stay calm, know your worth, and let the truth do the talking. See you next time, friends, you're the best.